We are. Hello, Global Inspiration Nation. It's Mr. Michael Adams for Keep Inspiration Alive, talking about becoming a writer, stepping in to becoming a writer. Feels so right. Then why the uncertainty? This is a very interesting time for me. I have figured out that I'm a writer. Now it's like it should be like flowing effortlessly and easily, and it is. But there's like a level of like this uncertainty, and I want to speak upon this for other people that maybe like stepping into their greatness and trying to identify um, feelings that may or may come up, may or may not come up. And so, like, what's coming up for me, I like to share my experience because usually when we open up and share our experience, other people can relate on some level, and it helps them feel like they are not alone. It also inspires people that to move forward. So this is why like I really want to inspire other people. Like me sharing my story helps inspire other people in stepping into their greatness as well, because you can do anything, and I'm a big advocate of that. But we share something that's called like the human experience. We have emotions that come up, and it sometimes gets a little worrisome, and that's what I'm kind of experiencing right now as I go into becoming a writer. I'm like, okay, well, now that I've identified that I'm a writer, I'm going through a process right now with mental and emotional release. It's like 11 or 12 weeks. I think it's 11 weeks. Could be 12 weeks. I keep going back and forth on that because I keep forgetting. Um, as we discussed in previous episodes, I have released a lot of all of my um, emotional blockages that I was carrying. I released all those, right? And now it's like I'm a lot more calm. My shoulders relaxed. Yeah, calm, casual, creative. And I am going through the creative process. And I'm like looking at it, going like, okay, well, where do I write at? So I found there's a platform I've been writing on. I've written about 175 blogs already on the platform Medium, and got that monetized. And so as I map out, there was something called SMART goals that I had to write out to like really identify. And as far as the career dynamic, does this align in the 6 areas of life? And the 6 areas of life are career, family, relationships, um, personal growth and development, health and fitness, and spirituality. So those would be like the 6. And so I had to take a look at, does writing balance all those out? Oh, yeah, it does. It 100% does. It creates that balance. But then came and then with that, I had to like look in and do research to like find out to create a 3-month plan, like a 3-month SMART goal, outward, and look at like keeping everything in alignment and also keeping everything in alignment with my values. Um, and so probably be good for me to say my values a lot. Um, so I keep them memorized. Driven is the first one. Driven, fun, freedom. Driven, fun, freedom. Top 3: creativity, helping people, playfulness, writing, joy, education. That's interesting that writing comes in as number 7, when that's where I'm going to be taking on to play. But there's a level of transporting it over into like the people that I am helping in the future, and the people I'm helping right now. So it's like driven, fun, freedom, right? And it's like I kind of like look at that and kind of correlate it back to. And then it's like I started to look out into like 3 months. Okay, what are goals that like I could do? Because health is a really big one for me. Because my health in the past would very easily slip, either physical health or mental health. And so at first, I started to put a money line on it, saying like, "Oh, I'll make like $1,000 in writing." And it's like, well, you got to do the research. So this like MER thing is like really amazing because it really helps me think about every dynamic of it. And words have power, and we have to be very precise with our words. So like our conscious and our subconscious mind lines up. So I'm like, okay, well, let's and then I go like, well, $1,000. I'm like, well, I don't know if I can. Where am I going to make that? So I'm writing on Medium. The platform Medium is monetized because they have a premium platform, a premium, a premium. Basically, you can get monetized there. It's like I signed up for the monetization. I haven't gotten paid yet. It takes about a month. I signed up on November 1st. So I don't know what that payout's going to be at the end of the month. And then I really looked inside of my nervous system. $1,000 in 3 months. I don't know. Because I got to find research. I got to be able to see that someone else has already done it. So like I'm aiming for something that's like realistic and obtainable. And I'm like, that doesn't sit well in my nervous system because health, I had to reevaluate my health, like look back on my values of health. Health is very important to me, or my 6 areas of life: health, health and fitness, right? And I'm like, well, if I have to do it at a level of stress, that's going to stress me out. I don't know if $1,000 is doable. How about $500? $500 in 3 months? Oh, that seems like, well, I don't know. I have no clue what that payout is going to be on on um, the Medium platform, or yeah, the platform, the Medium platform, the platform Medium. And then I started to write out. So like my first draft, I wrote out like, well, okay, well, if that doesn't work, then because it says like one of the other questions is like, how do you know you're getting close? Like, what will you do? And I'm like, well, I'll know I'm close if by like this time, within like January something, January 13th, I will, or 11th, January 11th. I forget my first draft I wrote. And then I'm like, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go over to Fiverr. And then like I'll start like, create writing for people. Like I'll do creative writing for people, poetry, I'll write songs. But that didn't sit well. That didn't sit well with me. Like my nervous system. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have to like learn a whole new platform. And that worried me. And then so I then had to go read back and like look at like the value system and like relook at like writing. It's like, no, it all feels right. But it's just like there's like a level of uncertainty to this. And then I took a look at it for like moving 3 months out. I'm like, $100, or I'm sorry, $250. $250? Okay, well, here, since I got to do the research, looking at $250 on I did see some blogs written on there saying that like people, can generate like, I saw a bunch of people talking about like, $100, being able to like reach $100 a month on the platform Medium. And I'm like, okay, well, there it is. There's something, there's $100, and build that over time. So it's like, okay, well, that feels right. So all that aligns, right? And I want you guys to think about this for yourself. This is why I'm sharing my story for you guys, to inspire you guys to like lead the way, to show you what is going, the path, it's a path that I'm carving out in my own life. And through that, and documenting the journey to like inspire you guys, anyone that wants to become a writer, these things may come up, and just putting myself out there, being vulnerable for people. And so like, okay, $250 in 3 months. That seems like achievable. That feels right in the nervous system. And it's like, it's really, so I've been like really like honing in. So here's something really interesting about the mind. When we hone in on what it is we want, we niche down till it hurts. That's what Sean Cannell always talks about on YouTube. Niche down till it hurts. And there's a level of truth to this. If you go narrow and deep at first, you can expand out later. My thing is resolving unresolved issues. So help people resolve their unresolved issues. And so through the writing process, it helps me reflect back on my journey. So like I write about my experience of what I've gone through. So there's like a level of like this like vulnerability to this as well. And it's like, am I hitting the right people? Is it hitting the mark? And there's something called an ideal reader avatar. Who's your ideal reader avatar? And so with that, I ended up writing, and I went back to AI, and I like typed in my experience. Like, what is the ideal reader avatar? So this whole process is just like honing in slowly of the writing process. And it's very interesting, and it's very fascinating. It's a process, and there's a level of like uncertainty to it. It's like, I've watched some things on Netflix about writers saying that their income is very sporadic, and it's like, $250 in 3 months, is that going to be like a consistent thing? But then again, it might not. A bare minimum of $250, I don't know. Maybe it'd be like, I'll be surprised. and I make like $10,000 in a month. I have zero clue like what I'm going to make until the end of the month, like what I've already put out there. And then looking at the so I have a website, keepinspirationalive.com, www.keepinspirationalive.com. And there's it doesn't seem to be connected as far as being seen. I've been like really picking away at that for like years, trying to figure out how to build a website on my own. And so I kind of like let that go, saying, well, I've been monetized on the platform Medium, so I'm going to just stick with that for now and then build. So this way it will take care of the 6 areas of life: driven, fun, freedom, creativity. Oh no, those are my values. 6 areas of life: career, family, relationship, personal growth and development, health and fitness, and spirituality. It's just really interesting. It's like as I step into my calling, I feel like it's almost kind of like this is like calm. It's casual. It's easy. My shoulders are relaxed. It really helps me. It's like I really enjoy the process of writing, but then why is there like this level of uncertainty? And also, my whole life I've been like running around with like a chicken with my head cut off, but yet like here I am. It's like this makes sense to me, like on every level. This way, I create a career where I can still focus on spirituality, watch Sadhguru, keep up with his teachings, to meditate, to like really find balance with my family and my friends, health, fitness, to like actually eat better and really focus in on that and not let my health deteriorate. So it's like everything aligns. Everything aligns. And it's like, oh, okay. It's like, well, if everything aligns, then it should just be like smooth sailing here on out. But it doesn't seem to be the case. It's really interesting. So, anyways, I know everything's going to work out as I work on my personal avatar 3 years out, speaking everything into the present moment. Always speak in terms of I have, I am, and it is. Right. And so I'm helping people. I'm in flow. I'm a writer. I am enjoying the writing process. I don't know. I got to work on that still. But anyways, so that's a really interesting shift as well. When we step into the process of becoming what we feel on every level is right, and it matches up the 6 areas of our life, and we know that that's where we want to go, then we start speaking it into existence. I am, I have, it is. And so it is. I'm a writer. And I know this is going to save a lot of people's lives. It has saved a lot of people's lives already in the past. That's why I feel like this is really a calling for me, and to really just step in and own it. And so it is. So it is. And it's just going to be a beautiful transition for me. It's just like the first couple days, maybe weeks, that I've been like really like stepping into owning the writing. I am a writer. Probably a couple weeks, a week or two. I'm a writer. And so this is like the transition period that's happening. But I am calm. I'm really calm about this. And so it's going to be really interesting. Hone it in, keeping everything easy, fun, and move into that direction. And I'm going to keep it fun and easy because it really is fun. And it really is easy for me. And usually our callings, think about this for yourself. Your calling is usually like so right in front of your face. You don't even realize that. I've been told that multiple times. I've heard people talk about that when you step into your calling, it's usually something that's like really easy for you, that you don't even recognize that that's your talent because it's just so easy for you. We always try to make things hard, but in reality, it's really easy. So the stuff that's like really easy for you is probably your talent, probably something to lean into. And don't make things hard because things are very easy, very simple, and have fun with it. And that's one of my that is one of my core values, is playfulness. It's number 6. Driven, fun. It's got to be fun. Freedom, creativity, helping people. Helping people is a big one. I'm a projector, So I shine my light and I have people come to me. And then they give me the invitation. And I love to help people. Playfulness, writing, joy, education. 6 areas of life: career, family, relationship, personal growth and development, health and fitness, and spirituality. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and it's something to think about. I want you guys to think about yourself too as you step into your own role in on this planet, to really lead by example and to know that you can. And so, like, if you want to become a writer, let's have a conversation. Let's be writers together. There's no competition. And factually, we can collaborate together with ideas. That'd be fun. That'd just be fun. I'm using AI. It's helping me understand the writing process, like how to format it. And also, I use a cross between ChatGPT and a AI called Claude, Claude. I think I like Claude better, more, just because it just seems to be more smoother. And yeah, if you are in the writing process and you're wanting to like learn how to prompt things, let's exchange prompts and ideas and how to prompt, because I'm all about authenticity, and I'm really learning to play with the AI a little bit more and more, and like really like dial in that authenticity where it's like when I read it back to myself, I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, that's the experience I want people to like learn. Like, oh yeah, like that's what like I really want to like hit the mark. And I do playful dynamics as well. Like I do like characters and make things like I just have fun with it. But when I'm really like at this point trying to like really dial it in, um, to create that experience for people to like help them understand that they're not alone, and to really hit the mark on the reader, my ideal reader avatar. I figure my ideal reader avatar is me when it was. And think about this for yourself. Like, who are you trying to hit? It's probably, and I've heard Sean Cannell talk about this as well. It's probably you 3 or 4 years ago. Like, think about like who you're talking to. And if you're like someone in the self-help industry, then it's probably like you. You're probably speaking to yourself. That's like your ideal client, your ideal audience. And so like think about that as you dial it in as well. And it's totally amazing. Hi, Dana. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of like playing with the whoops, what was that? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. Well, I did it. Hide. There you go. Go away. So hi, Tana. Okay. There you have it. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm carving out a path for. I hope to inspire you guys. Someone goes first and then the other people follow. So really just like when you start to dial in what it is you want to do, there may be a level of uncertainty, but that's probably normal. And so just keep leaning into it. Find your tribe, find your community. Reach out to me if you need any kind of support. I'm here for you, and we can move together. You're not alone. I want you guys to know that. I'm Mr. Michael Adams. This is Keep Inspiration Alive. Till next time, everybody. Toodaloo. And thank you, Tana, for jumping on.